Hey everybody, today we are going to start section 7.2 in our Pearson textbook, and our goal today will be able to determine the theoretical probability of an event. Now that sounds like fancy math words that we use a lot in the math classroom, but let's kind of clear up what it means. Basically, we're going to find the probability of something and use that information to predict what the outcome will be in an event. So for this example, Betty and Carl will conduct an experiment. They will flip a coin 100 times and record the result of each flip. What should they expect the results of their experiment to be? All right, so the event is this experiment they're doing. They're flipping a coin 100 times. Well, we're going to use the probability of flipping a coin to predict what's going to happen in the experiment. Now, as you guys know, when you flip a coin, there is a 50% probability of landing on heads and also a 50% probability of landing on tails. So if we were to do this 100 times and flip a coin, since there's a 50% probability for both sides, we should expect the coin to land on heads about 50 times and to land on tails about 50 times. So again, the probability was 1 and 2, or 50%. All right, and we used that probability to predict that they should have about 50 heads and 50 tails. That is called using theoretical probability. Let's look at another example. A spinner has 8 equal-sized sections. To win the game, the pointer must land on a yellow section. So if we look at this graphic right here, you see if we spin that thing, if it lands on yellow, it says we win. There's 8 total spaces, and 2 are possible winners. So the first step we have to do here is find the probability of winning. So a favorable outcome, or the thing that we are looking to happen, is 2 yellow sections, because the yellow sections are the winning sections. There are a total of 8 sections, or 8 outcomes. So our probability for winning is 2 and 8. Okay, so we would write this probability like this, and we could simplify it if we wanted to do 1 and 4. We could also rewrite this as a percent. So we would say the probability of winning is either 1 in 4 or 25%. It is completely up to you. Next, I want to talk about this question. How many times could we expect to win if we spun this thing 32 times? So again, we're using our probability that we found, 2 and 8, to make a prediction about an event, which is spinning it 32 times. So we set up a proportion. All right, our probability is right here, and the outcomes that we're looking at is right here. This is the event. So our probability of 2 and 8 equals a certain amount of wins, which we don't know, so we use a variable, over the total amount of times we're going to play. Okay? So after we get our proportions set up, we can solve this just like an algebraic equation. So we have 2 over 8 equals x over 32. X is being divided by 32, so to get rid of that, we multiply by 32. That goes away. Now we have x. So now over here we multiply by 32 as well. And we get 64 over 8. Okay? Now we need to simplify that. Okay? I know 8 fits evenly into 64 8 times. So I know that 64 over 8, or 64 divided by 8, will equal 8. So what this means, if we bring this back, this means this number right here is actually 8. So we should expect to win 8 times if we spin 32 times. Okay, so again, theoretical probability. We're taking the probability of something happening, and we're using that probability to predict the results of an event. Let me know if you have any questions.